Welcome, folks. I'm Jabby Coy, joined by Andrew Flash Gordon.
What's up?
We are continuing on with DERRY Girls, episode 3. Thanks so much for joining us. If you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see a cut-down version of our reaction because we can only show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. But if you want to watch the whole thing with us, no cuts, no interruptions, head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/JabbyCoy, or become a member of this channel where you'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Netflix subscription, so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a 3-2-1 countdown sync, and it'll be like you're watching it with two of your favorite pals from the internet. Now, if you're watching this on Patreon or memberships already, thanks so much for supporting us here. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications. Vote this up. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. Here we go.
I just can't get my head around it. The fact that he's gone.
What?
Oh.
So sad, but at the same time, you know what's done is done, so let's crack on.
Oh, I'm sorry, Claire. Has his sudden tragic death interrupted your studies?
Well, it has a bit, actually, yeah.
He's in a better place now. Unless he's not, you know, 'cause unless he's gone to hell.
And you know, compassionate grounds.
He was a dog, Aaron.
Toto was much more than a dog.
Oh, wow. That really caught me off guard.
That was good.
Suffering. Jesus, it's the morning already. What are you doing?
Maybe.
Well, I can't tell my rebellions from my risings.
And whose fault's that? If your lot had stopped invading us for 5 minutes, there'd be a lot less to wait through.
Nothing is going in, and every time I try to take notes,
You stay over too, son?
Yes, I did.
I know the fella's gay.
I'm not gay.
But gay or not,
You said I was gay.
he's still a fella. There's still a good chance that he's a rapist.
God damn. Wow.
Maureen Malarkey's Tigger just passed away.
We do not utter that woman's name in this house.
Dan at the bingo thing still.
She's a juvenile bitch. Her nephew brought her this pen back from New Jersey. It changes the numbers.
come on, girls, lead up. You'll need all your energy for the big exam.
We'll need a miracle for the big exam. What happened to Toto? It might affect my performance.
Look, if you fail the exam, I promise you, there'll be a nice wee plot out there with your name on it.
God dang. Jeez.
We're all gonna fail. We're all gonna get our holes kicked.
Tricking
We're all in
another
the
one.
same boat.
I don't want to be in that boat. I want to be in a different boat sailing down a toady.
Doesn't that dog look like Toto?
I suppose it does a bit, yeah.
Looks exactly like him.
Here, boy. Come here, boy.
Why is he running? It's not her dog.
Listen, you.
Yes, Mrs. Malarkey?
You give that grandfather of yours a message from me. You should tell him to keep his bloody mouth shut about my pen.
Of course. Trying to butter up the big woman.
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou.
She can't even keep her fingers together.
I saw with my own eyes.
So what?
She smirked. The holy smirk, thanks be to God.
You're imagining it. 3 of us saw it. Aaron, how do you explain that?
Sleep deprivation?
There you are. Everyone look away. Right, so 1, 3. 1.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, it's gonna get down to them.
Yeah, they're going to think it's crying.
She's crying.
Yeah.
She's crying real tears.
That is terrible.
This is huge, Claire. The thing is, you really think they're going to make us sit exam after seeing this?
They have a point.
Could you put me through to Sister Thomas, please?
God, this is going to go terrible.
So we've had an alleged apparition here this morning. Well, it's in the weeping statue category. Yeah, apparently there was a smirk as well. Come in, Father.
Hello, children.
Hello, Father.
And I don't want you to think of me as a priest. Think of me as a friend. Look.
You can't do that.
So you claim you saw our Blessed Lady's features change. The statue, well, you claim it started weeping.
You're using the word claim a lot there, Peter.
I wanted a sign so badly that it drove me to distraction because it is the question we all want the answer to, isn't it? I mean, does God exist? I mean, does he exist?
Is he having his own crisis?
Directly before the weeping, can you remember what you were doing, what you were talking about?
I remember that James was being a dick.
Miss Mallon.
I don't like to use that word, sister, but it's so hard to describe James any other way because he's just such a dick.
And you know who else doesn't think you're a dick? Our Lord.
For fuck's sake.
Erin's dog died recently and she saw one that sort of looked like him a bit.
The dog's irrelevant.
So,
The dog led you to the chapel.
The dog isn't important.
Maybe it is. What if it didn't simply look like your dog?
What if it was your dog?
But as I think we mentioned, Toto's dead.
A beloved animal returning from the dead. Now, we've seen this before.
Ghost dog.
No, not ghost. Resurrected dog. Toto was sent back to lead you to that chapel because you're special, Erin.
Oh no. This is getting
Being chosen.
blown out of proportion.
Oh, Peter, it's all just so overwhelming.
Oh, God.
pretty boy, why are you encouraging all this?
God is inviting us to be his witness.
I think he's saying he wants to dig up the wee dead dog's grave.
What?
What? Fucking weird.
It is mental out there. Everybody's talking about it.
I can't handle it. I think I'm going to cry. Okay, look, this has got way out of hand. What are you wearing? The tears on the statue? Well, I actually have good reason to believe they were actually dog piss.
I'm not even sure I saw her smirk anymore. I've had a lot of caffeine.
Look, Claire. Take a long, hard look at them.
Come on, people! The jig is up!
Debbie. What's become of us?
I love how dramatic she is. There's no body in there, is there?
I
Give
don't
it
think
here.
so. Maybe.
It's a box of rocks, right?
Could be the pan.
Open the box, Erin.
Oh, God.
Yes, he is with us. Do not be afraid, child.
I can.
Thanks be to God.
Thanks be to I don't understand it.
The Lord's work is often difficult to comprehend.
You're right, Father. He has risen.
It is her dog.
Excuse me?
Wait, she let the dog escape?
Do you hear me, Malarkey? It was nobody.
Well, you could at least wait till I've asked. Why are you calling Maureen Malarkey? Granda says we're not allowed to speak to her.
Oh, that's all blown over now.
Maureen Malarkey!
Don't you mention that low-down deceit chief without witch.
Why were you ringing her, Mummy?
It's none of your business.
I'll ask her myself.
Hello, I'm sorry to miss your call.
See, now hang
I'd
on.
like to leave a message for Maureen.
Hang up, Erin.
Toto, then we'll get back to you.
Ooh.
You gave Toto to Maureen Malarkey?
We Tiger had just passed.
Oh, it's all adding up now. Bobby, 1 minute.
Right, get one of me now, man.
I've been having a bit of a crisis of faith recently.
That's so. Seriously, it's like a jawbreaker.
It's been very challenging. I mean, who knows, if God hadn't sent me this sign, I might have even left the priesthood to be with her.
What if he didn't?
Well, he did, Erin.
We're lying. We've been lying. There was no smirking, no weeping. The dog's not even dead.
Ugh.
I've got the most amazing news. I've had a calling. I've decided to follow in your footsteps. I've decided to serve God.
Don't be such a dick, James.
His whole world is shattered.
Not all because of Balsorla. Mostly because it turns out he had a connection with one of the colourists in Hair and Flare. Who does our Sarah's folds, by the way. And apparently she's a dirty tramp. I have locked my mother in a cage designed by her own hand. God, it's also mortifying.
It'll blow over soon.
Have you seen this?
This is good. Wicket means good in England, doesn't it, James?
But we're not in England, though, are we, Michelle?
And my tits look amazing.
Oh, God.
Ladies?
Guess bad publicity is better than no publicity.
That was interesting. That was an interesting conundrum. I mean, I feel like we could kind of see the trajectory of where it was headed from the get-go, because, growing up on sitcoms, like, you see this sort of thing play out a lot where this fraudulent situation happens inadvertently, and then, you get kind of caught up in being the hero or whatever, and it balloons up and balloons up. The mayor or whatever is giving you the key to the city, and that's when you're like, I gotta come clean, like that Denzel Washington moment. It's just like, I can't take the guilt anymore. But in this particular instance, she let go of all that for the completely wrong reason. It wasn't because she felt guilty. It's because she thought there was an opportunity to get with the priest. That little thing took it in a new direction from what we typically see with this sort of thing in a sitcom.
I agree with what you just said, but I just want these episodes to be hysterical, and so far they have been. All of them deserve a lot of credit. They all are nuanced and have like a balance when it comes to what they do when it comes to the limelight in terms of how funny they are. But Claire is my favorite character as well. How insane she goes with her facial reactions and like
she's intense.
Yeah, but it's like it fits. It's perfect. Yeah, love her performance. I love how provocative she can be with her facial reactions. It's just it's hysterical. And just when she was like just like the little things like you were noticing with her fingers and stuff like that from all the caffeine that she was it Red Bulls? Is that what?
Well, it was basically Red Bull.
Yeah, whatever she was drinking. That was hysterical.
They did a great misdirect at the bening too, because we thought it was the grandpa.
Yeah. And it was Toto.
It was the dog. I was just like, wow, this is so interesting how they just jumped us into the middle of this character dying off who we've just gotten to know, and then to have the complete misdirect because we are being tricked into thinking it's about the grandpa just because of the photo.
Yeah.
And to find out it's just the dog. I mean, still, like, we're in LA, and so people's attitude towards dog is equivalent to your grandpa or, a sibling of some kind. So, but I can see the humor in it, and it's like it was a misdirection completely for all the right reasons.
Yeah, definitely. And I thought that was hysterical, and I thought that was interesting that they still had Toto alive, and then the whole thing with the mom, how she gave her to the woman at the church. That was all interesting, but no, it was a really good episode. I thought for a second when the grandpa was dead, I was like, okay, the dad's gonna be very relieved to know that he's dead. But yeah, no, it was a great episode. I enjoyed it. I'm really pleasantly surprised by how much I'm enjoying this show. I'd actually, again, I'd never heard of it before this, so this is making me laugh, and I'm loving it. I really like James a lot too. Like he's the outcast of all of them, but it fits. Like again, they've all got something that they do that just adds to the show, and I just love what that actor does.
I think that the one I find most relatable is Erin. Erin's misunderstanding of the situation, where she interprets something as affection, for instance, from the priest, and it's just like, no, that wasn't the intention whatsoever. I feel like I've caught myself in a situation like that once or twice. It's just like, oh no, undo. How do I undo? Control Alt Delete. So your life for a hot second, I just need to hit the restart on this, please. Can't undo that embarrassing. Now it's out there. It's life, and you just got to make do with what you got. And in the end, they had to take the test anyway. There was no getting away from it.
Yep. That just tells you lies will come to the surface one day.
That's the thing about TV shows anyway. It's like when you let a lie take over and make you into something that you're not, it will always come back to bite you by the end of the episode. Here, it still seemed like it was fun after it was all said and done. And so there was still this sort of lightheartedness as opposed to like this ostracization or punishment or something like that. Or it didn't seem like the punishment was that bad. It seemed like they were called wicked. And I was kind of in agreement with what's her name? Michelle. I was kind of in agreement with her. I was just like, you're being called wicked. And I'm like, I feel like that's a compliment. I feel like in that age category, in that group, I feel like y'all gonna be looked at as badasses.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I loved being called wicked.
Sure.
So,
sure. Like y'all managed to trick everybody. Oh my God, that's amazing. I feel like that's just gonna play in their favor.
Yeah.
If it continues to like be a thing in subsequent episodes.
Also, too, I liked in this episode that Aaron was kind of the one orchestrating the lie in this, as opposed to in the first two episodes, like all the consequences and all the actions had basically been done because of Michelle.
Right.
So I was glad that they, moved on to a different character of the group. Like, okay, it's someone else's turn to cause the consequences for the actions of what's going to happen in this episode.
I love the questions that come up and what have you. Like when Aaron's response to things were very fun and interesting. When the priest was like, wait a minute, the dog. And Aaron's like, oh, the dog and the church, that is not related to each other or to whatsoever. Like, that's not at all connected. And she keeps trying to like throw off the scent because she's afraid of being found out. And then when she walks into the room after her mom is found out and she's like calling up Malarkey or whatever her name is, the mom was like, oh, that was nobody at all. And she's like, you could have waited till ask the question. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, they're all so funny. All these actresses and actors, they're great. I mean, the humor on the show is just, it's hysterical.
Yeah. No, I really had a lot of fun with this episode. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed this. And let us know your favorite moment from the episode. Do subscribe, hit that bell icon, please, all notifications. Vote this up. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. I'm Jabby Coy. This is
Andrew Flash Gordon.
Peace out.